Windows 11 is now available in ISO download form, so you can create a new install. Nice and easy. Here we go. Hey there, this is Tom's Tech Show, and I recently found through Twitter and other means that Windows 11 is available in ISO format, so you can create a Windows 11 install straight from scratch. Nothing else needed. You don't have to upgrade any. Install Windows 10, join the Insider program, and then wait and try and get the the update to run and do all that. You can just install Windows 11 straight from the start, which is what I've done. We'll kind of go over that in this video. So one thing, where we live, of course, it's Florida, and it rains in the evening, and we have a dog that is a little bit insane about squirrels. Doesn't want to get wet. So today, this is the dog who has now leaped off of the deck in full. That the pond back there is getting, the water's not smooth because it's pouring down rain, and he's out there chasing and looking for the squirrels everywhere, trying to find them. He's insane. He just goes insane over squirrels. We can't even understand it. It's crazy. So Windows 11 is available now to download. So you have to be part of the Windows Insider program. So if you are not, then you just head over to insider.windows.com and then sign in, and down towards the bottom of the page there'll be a register, and you can sign up and get to be part of the Windows Insider program. Then you can pick which channel you want to download and get your ISO or your build or whatever you're going to do. So you don't need to actually be in Windows and go to the Insider settings inside Windows to do that. You can just go right here to the website Insiders and be able to do that. So now then, there's a special link there that takes you to this Windows Insider Preview Build download. And all these links will be down in the description of this video. So Windows Insider, let's see. So you need to select your edition, read your requirements, and all that. So if we go down to the bottom here of this page, we select an edition. So edition, you've got Windows China release, Enterprise release, and Windows Insider just regular preview release. You've got the dev channel and the beta channel. So you can pick which one of those you want to be on. I think the dev is faster than the beta. So if you want to be on really cutting edge stuff, I mean, if you're going to be installing this and doing it in like a virtual machine or something, just go for the latest, build, and you select that, hit confirm. It's going to update the page. Then you're going to say, what language do you want? And of course, I'm going to want English. You may want a different language. And then it'll give you the download of the build, which I've already done. I've already gone through that and downloaded it. So one thing that I do notice is my computer does not have a TPM module in it. So I was thinking that this was not going to work, not going to be able to do it. I would have to get VMware Workstation or something like that has a TPM emulator, which I don't really like using. I prefer using VirtualBox. It's more free and stuff like that, and more open source. But I went to my VirtualBox and was able to install Windows 11. Now that kind of took me aback. Okay, I think during the beta version build, they're not being very harsh about wanting these requirements. The one requirement that it did say was you need to have 4 gigs of memory. So this computer here, if we look at it, go here to performance, this computer has 8 gigs of memory, so more than easy enough to be able to load this VM and you give it 4 gigs. So that's good. So if we, let's go machine, let's create a new machine. So this is Win 11 dev channel. We're just gonna set this to Windows, and we'll go and set this to Windows 10 64-bit. And then we got to crank this up. Here's where we're going to crank this up to 4096. It was okay with doing right at that. Create a virtual hard drive. I did find that maybe you want to create a 100 gig drive instead of a 50 gig drive. I think one of the installs that I did said that I needed more space with 50. So let's put that at 100. It's dynamically allocated, so you don't really need to worry about if you don't have 100 gigs. I think you'll be okay. So there we go. So now we've got that, and then we go to settings on VirtualBox, storage, that's empty, and we want to put in Windows 11 preview client, hit OK, and then we can click start. Now, I thought for sure when this came up, it said, oh, no, you're not, you need the TPM module, you need all this other stuff, but it didn't. It just, the only thing that it, like I said, it really stopped on was the memory. I am looking for either getting a TPM module or possibly just upgrading my motherboard to a system with a TPM module already in it. So we just click next, click install now. So you can see this is just like a regular Windows install, same kind of Windows and setup, which makes it very familiar. So setup is starting. Okay, product key. I don't have a product key because I'm just going to be trying it out. So then it gets you in here where you can pick any of these different ones. I did pick, I think I picked the Pro on the one that I have to show, but I was really interested in the Pro for workstations, or they don't have Enterprise here. You have to pick the other Enterprise one if you want that. So it has some garbage in it, which a lot of which I've already erased from my other VM. You go next, accept our license, go next. Then we want to do, we don't want to upgrade because this is a VM, there's nothing on it right now. So we click the custom, and there's my virtual drive, and I can just click next. And now it's going to go through and copy the files. So we don't really want to sit here through this video and let it copy the files and be waiting. So we're going to make a little break, and we'll come back when all the files are done. All right, hold on. Okay, it's done quite a bit of process. It's now rebooted, and now we're coming back up. This is the new Windows logo, or Microsoft, whatever, Windows logo. Just the straight box flag like that. So we've got that integrated. Just a moment. All your files are right where you left them. Well, I don't have any files. This is a new install. What are we talking about? Another moment here. This may be clipped and cut out because I don't want to sit here and have people watch this. What am I doing? My hot glue gun was on the floor. I think the cat got into it. Was trying to glue stuff. Cat was trying to glue stuff, I think. You need a hot glue gun. Everybody needs a hot glue gun. Because what I have all these little boxes, and these boxes have little dividers, and these dividers in here move around. So when I get these and I get where everything wants to be, then I hot glue down the little dividers, and then they don't move or have things go under them when they bounce around and all that stuff. So hot glue. Okay. Now then, we did have some desktop audio here, so it's coming up. We're coming up Windows, so we have the stuff falling behind me. Okay. So we're getting these set up here. Yes, we are in the United States. I am anyway. You may pick your own country. So you can already tell this is a little bit different design for the initial setup. It's that very softer kind of rounded corner look that they're going for. So it takes a little bit longer when you're doing it as in a VM, because I got other things going. Like I'm doing recording, I'm watching my CPU here, and it's at 30% while that's going. This may be trying, I have the network turned off, so it may be trying to get to the internet, which it might not like. So I really wanted to see if I could do it without being connected to the internet, so that would let me create a local account. But we'll see where we get. I see my little VirtualBox hard drive down here in the bottom, blinking on and off. And I move the mouse and the little USB thing is going. So it's working on it. We may speed this up a little bit in the other video, which means you won't hear me saying that we're speeding it up. There you go. Linux would not take this long. I just want to tell you people. Linux would be done. Okay, so let's try again. Oh, that's nice. It's got skip. Okay, we're just gonna skip the keyboard. I like how it has the melty ice cream. Joy. Whatever. I don't have internet. Okay, that's what I wanted to be able to say. Okay, continue with limited setup. Yes, we want to do that. I don't want to sign in with a Microsoft account to see if it's going to do it and let me. Okay, so we're going to put Thomas for my name. Okay, I'm going to use one of my other secret passwords there. Oh, then there's these security questions. Pet's first name is going to be anything. Question 2. City you were born in. Any town. Please, 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 when you are doing these little fill-in things about information, don't use actual information. Use something like LastPass and keep those answers in LastPass or something. Don't ever put your actual information, because anybody that knows you or tries to get to know you. Have you ever watched the Psych episode? There was a Psych episode of your TV show Psych, and they did some people set up this little dating game where they had these little, quick dating things where everybody had like 2 minutes to talk, and then they would shift around, a little like speed dating kind of thing. And they would go through and they would ask them, oh, what's your favorite pet? Oh, what's your mom's maiden name? Oh, what high school do you go to? All these answers, and they would get these answers, and then that would get them all the security question answers to all of their stuff, because people were answering all these things. Honestly, that has got to be the worst thing you can do for people. 2-factor authentication, much better than security questions. So never put anything real in those damn security questions. Pet peeves. I know we all have pet peeves, but that's one of mine, definitely. Okay, we're going to turn off location services. We're going to turn off Find My Device. We're going to turn off diagnostic data. Turn off ink and typing. Turn off tailored experience. Turn off advertising ID. Okay, so we got all that done. Okay, turn off as much tracking as Microsoft lets you. I'm sure the other anti-tracking apps will be out that will allow you to kill more stuff that Microsoft is trying to send out. Okay, now this has this nice little blue glow in the back as it's coming up. So it gives you something, to tease you, kind of, lull you into sleep as you're waiting for Microsoft to do whatever it is doing. This might be faster if I gave it 2 CPUs, but I don't want to do that because I got enough CPU stuff going on. I have a third monitor over here, which... Okay, here's another pet peeve. Here's another Microsoft pet peeve. If I go to... I've got a monitor here. I've got a monitor here. We got a monitor over here. Okay, if I click the start button on, say, monitor 1, monitor 2, monitor 3. If I click the start button on monitor 1 and I click, an application, I would think that I would want that application to load in monitor 1. But no, sometimes it's over on monitor 3. It's like almost completely random. So if I click something on monitor 2 and I say, okay, launch this app, that means I want to launch it on monitor 2, not monitor 1, or, you know what I'm saying? Pet peeves, Microsoft. Do something about it. I guess I need to fill this in the insider questionnaire, say, if I click the damn start button on monitor 2 and I hit to launch an app, that app better launch on monitor 2. I don't want it on no monitor 1. I don't want to go finding it. I got all this landscape all the way across here. I don't want to launch something here and say, where's my app? I can't find my app on because I'm looking at monitor 1 and it's way over there on monitor 3. I have space for a fourth monitor that I could plug in here. I've got this other little extension on my computer that allows me to plug in 2 more monitors. My computer has 2 outs, and then I have 2 outs in here. And I do have another monitor somewhere. This office is a mess. Oh, there it is, over there. Then I could plug in another one, but I don't know where I would. I'd have to get another stand and put it way up on top over there. And what would I put there, really? Why do I need that many monitors? I don't know. I mean, it's nice. I'm editing something over here, and then, having the video for my VM run on this side, and then I have all the controls for Open Broadcaster here, and that allows me to kind of really switch around. So I'm wasting time while this is running. So we can discuss, I guess, the placement and stuff of the start menu in the middle. I've mentioned this in the other video. Is for some things, it's muscle memory, right? If you're constantly moving that back and forth, your muscle memory, you're gonna miss it one or 2 times, and it's gonna launch, some other app, and then because it's moving around or something, an app is closed. You close an app and it's not quite closed, and the icon hasn't gone away, so you click it, but right as you go to click it, the start menu moves over because that icon, the app that you were closed, and that shrinks the number of icons that moves it over. So floating back and forth really is horrible. Really is a horrible thing. Okay, so here we go. We're all set, and now it's up, and it's going to start. It can't populate these because I told it I don't have any internet. So we can come here to the VirtualBox networking and turn networking on, which will get us to the ability to have those apps start. See, there they go, start the junk mail. The junk starts coming in on Microsoft. So if you're doing the regular version, let's go to all apps, and you'll see we've got, it's not too bad, but snip and sketch. So we've got a few things. So some of these things on the front here are just virtual links. So if you click that, it's going to automatically download it from the store. So they're just like a symbolic link that says, oh, we're going to fool you into, downloading and getting this from the store, but even though you think it's installed, but it's not. So, yeah. So that's kind of bad. I don't like that at all. But see, so if I start adding and launching different things, like I launch, let's see, Paint, and when it launches here, then see, this thing kind of moves over a little bit. So if I close it, oops, I missed because it closed and I didn't have my mouse over the thing, right? So if you're closing a couple of apps, depending on your speed of your computer, and you go to click on the there while the number of icons is shrinking, then I mean, it would be frustrating after a while if you're really switching back and forth between applications. So I definitely am going to always, and hopefully there'll be a registry hack that I can do this, when I first get you first get something set up, to come into the taskbar behaviors and always have it left and just make it stick over there. So that's, that's just going to be just your muscle memory. So now if I launch an app, so if I'm going to launch the Paint app, all apps, go back to Paint, then no matter what, when Paint is launched, my icon over here for start menu is still going to be there. So I do like that now there's more in the settings. All of these settings are I do like the settings panel a whole lot better. Um, it seems to be arranged better. It seems to make more sense. Um, so you've got display, sound notifications. If you would take this grouping away, this is almost Android-like, right? This and mobile app-like. So you've got all the different things you can click, and then it will take you to those settings, and you can manipulate those settings and then go back. You got all that up there. So really they've done quite a bit there. The control panel is still there, but I think it's getting less and less, and some of the links in the old control panel just jump in here. Like I think if you go to display in the old control panel, it will jump into this display settings here. They're deep linked into this settings here, so that's kind of nice. But this is a fresh copy, so this is clean. This is what we're showing here is that it's from a clean ISO. There's nothing installed. I mean, you've got this junk that they put here. People are going to look, oh, I can do solitaire. Well, no, that's going to go to the store. You have to sign into the store in order to do the solitaire. So that's kind of driving people into the store and stuff, where I would prefer that there was nothing here, because once the PC makers get there, they're going to put all their stuff in here and start doing things like that. So that's, I just feel bad for consumers who, a few base apps, are fine, but most people just are going to need a browser, to do most of the things that they're going to do during a day. But here you go. So very clean. This is straight out of the box. So things are working. So these are the new icons for the desktop, downloads, documents, all of that. So let's see, documents. There should be no documents. Folder is empty. Pictures, camera roll, save pictures. There should be nothing. They don't have any samples anymore of anything. I don't even think they do any sample music. No sample videos like they used to, which is clean, which is fine. I used to delete all that crap anyway. I don't need any of that stuff. So we've got downloads, documents, on the quick access. They want you to get into the OneDrive and give them money for OneDrive. But I mean, I subscribe to Office, so I have some OneDrive space anyway. I have drive space on all the different services, because if I'm going to use my Android phone and I'm going to use my iPad and I have a Mac, and my Windows systems, you need a little bit of space everywhere. So as long as it's only a couple of bucks a month, I'm okay with it. But so this PC will come in here, look at, we've still got program files, users, same kind of folders that were here before, but just with these new different Windows 11 style icons. So all right, well, that is a quick run through of downloading the ISO, getting it installed in VirtualBox. Like you saw, it did not even ask me, oh, you need a TPM chip. So you can play with it now in something like VirtualBox. Since VirtualBox is free, you just need, if your system has at least 8 gigs of memory, then you can set aside 4 for the app to run. So see, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I've still got quite a bit of memory left, so it seems to be handling that pretty well. So yeah, all right, there you go. That's kind of a step-by-step. And if you got any comments or anything you want to ask about Windows 11 and you're not going to download it, then go ahead and comment below. And thanks for watching. Take care.